ladies and gentlemen, her.
Hello, good morning. My name is Nadja. I come from Serbia. I am 20 years old, and I'm a law and German major student at Trinity College, Dublin.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming in on Saturday.
Oh, it's a free day. It's a day off, so why not?
How's your day started so far?
It's just been a regular morning, just waking up, doing my thing, a little bit of makeup, getting ready, and yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely.
And how about your morning?
My morning is stressful.
Busy, huh?
Very busy, very busy. Like the boys don't let me to sleep. Very busy out in the morning. We have a show to do. With beautiful girls, Nadja.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tell us about because you're studying law in Trinity College. How did you come across? You choose Ireland.
Yeah.
As law, and especially in the top college in Europe.
Well, that's actually very interesting. All of it happened quite quickly, I must say. It really wasn't planned because my first ever initial thought was to stay in Serbia, study there, go to uni, and take over family businesses. Because my father owns a transport company, so he has trucks and does import and export all around Europe. And my mom is a lawyer, so she inspired me to actually become a lawyer.
Family lawyer.
Yeah, so she's also a corporate lawyer, and I want to do corporate law as well. And my initial first thought and wish ever when I was younger was to stay in Serbia and just live there, take over family business, and with time just let the life go as it should. Quite boring, isn't it? Then somewhere down the line, because in Serbia you have English as your first foreign language, and then you either get German, French, or Russian as your second foreign language. German was mine, and because we have family friends in Germany, he actually was like, oh, I have a proposal for you. Would you like to actually go to Germany, study the language, and then move to Munich to do law there, to study law? Because then I have many Airbnbs and things, so you would be sorted out. And I was like, that would be amazing, because I always wanted to move from Serbia somewhere in the back of my head. But because I didn't do anything about it, then I was like, okay, I'm just going to stay here in high school, do college, and then just go on with the life here. But then since I got this proposal, that actually tickled my imagination, and I decided to move to Germany in my third year of high school. And so I moved there. After that, I actually had an agency in Belgrade that did all the international things.
What kind of agency? What is it?
It's called Prestige Education.
Okay.
So they helped me a lot to sort things out, to figure out what I kind of want, where to go to. And then I stayed in Austria for my fourth year of high school.
Okay.
I was in American International High School in Salzburg in Austria. And then when I finished there, I actually had no idea where would I go and what would happen, because at first I kind of wanted to stay in Austria or maybe go to Germany, but I wasn't comfortable with German the way I am with English,
Okay.
So I was like, no.
And is that your own agency you have?
Yeah. They're like, I've been with them for a few years now, and I fully trust them because they've helped me with everything, and they would sort things out for me, would guide me in a sense, and like thanks to them, I'm actually here in Ireland altogether, because they told me, oh, you wanted to stay in Germany, but because you're not comfortable enough with your German skills yet, there is a university in Ireland that actually, like a college that offers like double major degree type of thing. And so, she was like, yeah, it's law in German, and you can do it. And then you can go for your third year for Erasmus in Germany. And then afterwards, you can even do masters in Germany without a problem and stay there to work. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm going. I want to go there. I want to study there because it offers me more options and more possibilities down the line.
Like more opportunity in Germany.
In general, in Germany and here, I can go for my master's in England as well because it's a common law system both here and in UK. So I can always either stay here, go there, maybe even go to Canada. You never know because they also have more like even like America as well. Their law system is more similar to the way it is here, like, and rest of the Europe goes by civil code, like codified law. So it's different type. So,
which one, like, where do you prefer to do your?
In all honesty, I don't have a preference when it comes to that because I'm only interested in practicing law in the future, working for big companies, and just being, a good lawyer. So wherever I land, it's not a thing of, oh, I prefer civil code or like codified law over like common law system. Like it's all law to me. It's like, I like it.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. You keep working hard,
Will do, don't worry.
You're a hard-working woman, and it's a very surprise for me on your very young age, younger, and then you have a bigger goal, massive. You already plan it, what you want to become in the future, and then you just struck all the plan. Where does this idea come from? How did you come across with this?
Well, when it comes to being a lawyer, my mom is my, let's say, inspiration. She's my
Shout
muse.
out to mommy.
Shout out to my mom. But no, it's like since I was young, I was a child, I would go with my mom. She would like talk to me about work, explain things to me, and with time, I just kind of fell in love with law, and I was like. Actually, I was 9, and I realized that's what I want to do. So,
9 years old,
I was
and
9,
you choose to become
9 years
a lawyer.
old, I knew that I wanted to become a lawyer.
That's crazy.
And a lot of people my age nowadays, they don't know what they want to do.
Like my daughter, she's 10.
Yeah.
She has no idea.
No, but that's
she's very
fair.
lost. She's very lost. One day she chooses to become a doctor. The next day she say, "No, I want to be a businesswoman." My youngest daughter, she's 7. She has no idea. But my oldest, she's 10. She has no idea at all.
But that's normal.
But for you, like a 9 years old young Serbian girl, like it's very dangerous. To choose already, and then you make the whole strike the plan.
I don't think that should be rushed ever because I even know people that are like, I have friends that are older than me that have been going to university, almost got their degree, and realized, oh no, I don't want to do this till the rest of my life because I'll just suffocate myself, because it's not something I really like or enjoy to do. So I don't think there is wastage of time or doing something wrong when it comes to that because we're all figuring out ourselves through life. And I also met a new teacher that came last year. He finished law in German at Trinity, was a law consultant in Germany for years. And then he just decided that, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be a teacher now. So now he will be a teacher in some high school in Ireland, and he will be teaching German language to kids, So
wow.
It's normal through life to figure out, okay, this is so stressful for me, I would prefer to do this. Or I see myself more in this working in my environment, doing this job instead of this. And that's all normal, that's all okay. And it's never too late, it's never a wrong thing to do. It's you do what you think will make you feel better, like you enjoying the job you have. It's just gonna make you, like, if you love what you do, it's not work, So but if you do something you don't like, it's gonna make your life miserable.
100%.
So
That's like a 9 to 5 job, like, and you hate that job every morning. You go into work and you hate it, the job.
but to be fair, you have people that prefer to be inside the office and work those hours. Like, I know a lot of people that would prefer that than to be somewhere outside and, do the heavy lifting or whatever. But then you also have people that prefer to be outside, like even like forecast news and people being outside, like for the weather and
journalist stuff.
People like to be outside, and you have people that don't like to sit at the desk and work. They would prefer to be outside. So
I don't like work in the office, sitting, behind the desk from 9 to 5. Every morning I said, okay, I'm going to change something in my life. But I did it, and then I have that mentally very strong mind. And I said, I'm going to change this. I'm not going to fucking stay 9 to 5 job. But as you, that's not my question. It's going to be you. That's coming back to you. Like, is that the old idea come from your background? So as a young age, you're so strong, mentally, physically. You leave your family behind, and you come to choose Ireland to become a solicitor or a lawyer. And then what are the family? What's the hardest you're going through right now?
the hardest thing I'm going through right now, I must say I've spent this summer after, I don't even know how long, to be fair. I actually had a family-oriented summer, and I was with my parents for 2.5 months straight. And now that I'm here, I miss them more than I did before. Shout out to my grams as well. I miss my grams too. But it's like last summer I only spent, sorry, not even last summer. For the whole last year, I spent around 1.5 months with my family for the whole year. That's nothing. So I didn't miss them as much because I didn't get to see them as much and spend so much time with them. But because I spent almost 3 months with them already, continuously, now it's I would say that's a hardest thing at the moment. Besides that, it's every day there's something new that pops that kind of stress me, whether it be university, whether friends, whether if something happens in the family, because my grams back home had corona recently, so that's one of the things that kind of can add a bit of stress and things. And then I'm also not there, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't help her. But it would make me feel better if I was closer, but it's just life.
But so. your mom, she's be there, she take care of her mama.
It's my pa's mom, actually. Right. So, right. But yeah, no, they take care of her, and my pa was there to take her to doctors and everything. So it was all good, really, and knock on the wood, she's all good and healthy now.
Very nice. What's unique about Ireland?
One thing that I would personally say that I love about, I would say mainly Dublin. I don't know how it is outside of Dublin because I haven't been much except Belfast. But one thing I love about Dublin is that it's so international and that so many cultures are incorporated in everyday life. And it's just so interesting because since I've been here, I met people from various different backgrounds, and I enjoy finding out more about, Nigerians or South Africans or wherever you come from. It's just so interesting to me to indulge in your culture, in your, your little world where you come from, because then I also get to learn more about things that I don't know enough about, so.
What do you think about the expensive, rent stuff going to the roof? And people cannot find accommodation to stay as a student, what do you advise for that?
That's a tough one, but it's definitely a problem. Housing in general, and for students to find, it's not even affordable at any price here is just not affordable really when it comes to accommodation. But if you want to come to Ireland, you need a game plan about your spendings and everything from day to day, because like every day to day life here is like so different from back home, and it's much more expensive in every way, like taxi wise, transportation wise, all of it. It's 3 or 4 times the amount I would pay for the same trip back home.
Back home, exactly.
So it's like
a friend of mine, she's looking for an apartment. You know, she find like a 2-bed apartment in Dublin.
Oh, wow.
And then
And how much?
she's happy to pay 3,000 euro per month. 3,000 euros, she's happy to pay for it.
Oh my God.
And she didn't get it.
She didn't get it?
No, she didn't get it. It was the queue was so long. It means like, do you remember like back in like 10 years ago, like say like I'm from Afghanistan, like if you want to go buy a bread, a fresh bread in the morning, there's a queue, you have to get it in. It was the same queue you can view this apartment. She's happy to pay 3,000 euro. She still didn't get it.
No, but that's the thing I've noticed.
Make me so worried about the foreign student to come to Ireland.
For us, it's also different because we can also stay at student accommodations, which, for example, mine is, I would say, approximately around 1,200 per month with all utilities already counted in. So it's like the grand total for a month would be 1,200.
That's a very good.
That's amazing.
That's a decent price in Ireland.
It is, especially.
I think you're a lucky woman.
Nah, I am acting like
you are very lucky.
Because it's a good location as well, because I live in town, so everything is fairly close to me. So if the weather is nice and it's not too windy or it doesn't rain too much, I can just walk to my uni. It's like 15-minute walk, and realistically everything is there for me. I don't have to go out of my way and travel for an hour or so to get to town, to my university or whatever, because I know a lot of people that travel like crazy long to get to uni. It's like an hour on a bus or hour on a train or whatever. It's like, nah, that I have to wake up, especially if you have a 9 a.m. You have to wake up so early to get to your bus, and hour long journey, and then you also have a lecture. It's like I would be out. I'd be so tired.
I am not an early person, because my earliest time I go bed like at 1 a.m. in the morning. I hate get up in the morning, but every fucking morning I get up, and then to make it a little more interest. Part of your student law, we got all the information. What else you want to tell the audience about living in Europe?
Just living in Europe in general?
Or in Dublin.
In Dublin. Well, another thing that I've noticed a lot is that people here are more, let's say, understanding. That's one thing that I've come across, at least personally. Most people are actually very nice, very helpful, very welcoming. It's like, it's so nice. Because if you were to compare it, I mean, this is a bit stereotypical, but with Germans and Austrians, for example, they're very standoffish at the beginning. And they need to have you around for some time to warm up to you,
to trusting you,
to be able to like be themselves.
Right.
It's just the way they are. It's like,
I have a very bad experience. I was in Frankfurt with a friend of mine, and then we lost the direction.
Oh, okay.
And then we asked at least 6 people. Then none of them wants to help us because we are black. That's the only reason. They just look at us, the car we driving. Actually, it wasn't our car. We rent that car from the airport, and then none of them wants to help us. They keep passing and passing, and then we find other foreigner person, and she helped us. Okay. She was, I think, a student as well. She really gave the best direction how we can reach to our destiny. It was so crazy, like. And I never moved to Germany, even for a second. not in a second, like, because a bad experience I have.
I mean, to be fair, you can have a bad experience everywhere. I could not even guarantee how my people would be to, like to foreigners in general, because there is a black community back home, and even during like 90s, there were like black people coming in to study, and they were all treated equally. But it's like, it's people. I cannot guarantee. Like, you might have an amazing experience because you ran into amazing group of people that are understanding, welcoming, open-minded, whatever. And then someone else might come and say, I had the shittiest experience ever, and they were so rude and everything. So,
What's your shit experience?
well, just someone acting like racist towards you and discriminating you, not even wanting to, like, same as you had in Germany, let's say.
It was really badly.
That could be a shitty experience to someone. Someone else might get attacked. You never know. Like, even here, you might get attacked. Like, people are unpredictable. It's like, it's crazy. So
It is crazy. But if you want to give one advice to foreign student, what would it be?
Keep yourself out of trouble. If you're a girl, don't walk alone, especially at night.
Maybe she has a boyfriend.
Alone. Don't walk alone. If you have a boyfriend, walk with him or with a group of friends. Don't ever go alone, because you're hiding a risk of something happening. You don't want that. So.
Is anything happened to you?
No, actually. I've never had a bad experience. Even like walking alone during the day. No, it's like, I just go on with my day. People tell me though that I have a bitch face when I'm walking alone and with my headphones in. So that could be a reason why people don't come up to me.
Because they're afraid of you, is it?
Because I probably look very mean, especially when I'm in my own world. Because that's the thing that
you look tough anyway.
But
you look tough.
One thing people don't understand about me is that once I put headphones in, I'm listening to music. It could be a happiest song ever, for that matters. But I'm just like in my own little world. I have my train of thoughts, and I don't even see who's passing me. Like, there could be a group of 10 people that I know that are just like going next to me, and I'm not gonna say hi because I'm just looking at like straight ahead. I'm looking through people. I'm not seeing anyone. So
what's something about you your friend doesn't know?
My friend. I am actually
or even your family, your mom, she doesn't know.
I mean, to be fair, she knows almost everything about me. It's the way I am with my family is we are very open, and we discuss things. We talk about things. I tell them how my day went. We actually, like, we have a family group chat. So we would send messages during the day to like let everyone know where we are, how we're doing, pick up dates, like good morning, good night text. It's like, that's why I tell people I'm very spoiled when it comes to texting, because my family is the way of, we love to know where you are. We love to know how your day went. We love to hear things about.
How many siblings do you have?
I have just a younger brother.
A young brother?
Yeah.
Oh.
He plays basketball. He's almost 6'3". He's turning 18 in January.
Oh, is it 2 years gap between?
Yeah, 2.5 year gap.
Oh, sorry, I just licked the age.
No, it's just.
I'm not supposed to be saying that, but.
No. He's just 2.5 years younger, so he'll be 18 very soon. And he's
2 siblings and parents, a father, businessman, a woman. The mommy, she's a cover lawyer.
It's a happy family,
Happy family. The happy family is beautiful things where you have, supporting family.
The best.
Is the best things, like I'm a very lucky person. I have 4 beautiful sisters, and then it's like there's a quote to say, I can't remember exactly what I said, but they say if you have one sister, you have a quarter of mountain. But I have 4 sisters. It means I have like a 2 beautiful mountain. Like I can lie down on them, Like one of my sisters, she's very, very close to me. And then my niece we call her the boss.
Oh.
And because she's a criminal solicitor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was studying in Dublin and she went to New York. And to be honest, I'm afraid of her. She's a very dangerous woman.
Why are you afraid of her?
She shout.
Oh,
And then
just because of that, you're
because
afraid of her.
that, because I'm not a person to afraid of anybody, but when she call, I answer the phone. I put her in my phone contact. She's the boss.
Oh.
Okay, and when she rang, if she rang right now, I pick up the phone because
That's fair.
she's only one person. She's very close to me. It's my niece, and then I love her to my bits, like my youngest sister.
Yeah.
But I have two brothers as well. Two brothers, but they are different from me. Everybody say like I'm a different man from the whole family.
Well, I just think that a lot of factors play, a role in how someone will be when they grow up. Because even if you were to compare me and my younger brother, like we come from the same parents and almost let's say similar environment in a sense, because up until I was 16 I lived in Serbia. And then I moved away, so it's been 4 years now officially that I've been living abroad alone by myself. But
it's a very hard, like when you're 40 years brought by yourself,
but
it's a hard.
But it makes me independent. It makes me, like I can cook for myself, I can clean for myself, do basic things, like I learned that from a very young age. So to me, like if I was thrown to live by myself anywhere right now, it wouldn't be a problem because I can, organize my day. I can plan it. I can do so many things in a day because I can, I love scheduling. I love planning. I love being on time, which
I'm the wrong person with the time. Listen, I cannot make anything by myself. I'm a worst person, I have a beautiful team. They do everything, the timetable. I'm always late. I cannot cook by myself. I cannot go even shopping by myself.
Oh, wow.
I have somebody with me. As you know, we do nightlife. I'm always with somebody. I never go anywhere, even like a takeaway. I need somebody with me. But I think we talk about the parents is my dad. When I look at my parents, my dad, he wants me to keep me alive. Okay, but my mom, she pushing me the things she don't have in the past, I can have. That's the things different between my parents. Like my dad keep working hard. He's over 80, and he just keep me alive. I think that's his whole job, to make me alive, just keep me alive. Nothing happened to me. But my mom, she has a dream goal about me, what I should be supposed to become, like a businessman or whatever I want to become, But look, I have a great family.
Well, I think that's also a thing with parents, especially if they come from a background where they didn't have as much and where they were struggling and everything. And even when it comes to my parents, they went through a lot with everything happening in Balkans throughout, the history, and 1995 with Serbia and Croatia and stuff. So to my parents, whatever they had at some point, my dad lost everything when they were prohibited from Croatia. All Serbs were prohibited from Croatia. They were doing there was a lot of things going on, and I don't want to get into any political or historical thing.
But you can say anything you want to say.
But basically, when all of that went down, everything that my dad's family had, they lost everything. So, at that point, you're not even just on a zero. You're in minus. You're in debt with everything you had. So he had to go and build everything back. So knowing how tough both of my parents had it growing up, they never wanted my brother and I to experience it the same way, same extent or whatever. So they sacrificed a lot to be able to provide us with a good life, to be able to choose where we want to get education. Because if my parents personally didn't have the means to send me to Ireland, it would be a very tough thing for me, because then I wouldn't be able to come to Ireland, because it's very expensive, not just housing, but student fees on top of that, and then just every
day-to-day life things. It's a lot of money,
So when you look at it that way, I'm very grateful and thankful to my parents for everything they've done for my brother and I. It's amazing of them. But they're also pushing both me and my brother to be even better and greater than them, to firstly to figure out who we are in this life and what we want to navigate through it. But after that, they're the only people in your life that sincerely actually want you to be better than them.
Exactly.
Everyone else who says that, it's like, I want you to be better than me.
Fully shit. They say something in front of you, and they say something right behind your back.
Exactly. So
only the parents is very wants whatever
that's the purest, most unconditional form of love, like parents and their kids. I'm not saying in every situation, don't get me wrong, because there is different parents, different people. Not everyone is the same, but most parents that I've known personally, it's like their love
everything
for
the
their
best
kids,
for the kids,
unconditional, and will do everything for them.
Like my parents raised my sister very well. My sister did everything they has for the family, and my two brothers as well. Like I'm include myself, But when you have a beautiful parents, they can teach you the right way. I think any kids can be successful like yourself, because you talk about the kids. Do you have any kids?
No,
I just said
I see myself still as a kid in a sense, even though I'm not. But yeah, no.
No kids.
No.
Any man in your life?
As of right now, that's a tough question, but
go on.
I'm still single officially, but
wait, what you mean like officially you're single?
I am single because there's nothing that there's no one that the cuffing season type of thing right now, like all the boys be needing and stuff. Basically, there is a guy that I met that I do like. But it's still all of that is very fresh. So I don't know where and how will that go.
But are you single or are you seeing someone? It's just two different.
No, I am single, but...
Like what kind of a man do you want? Like a bad voice, a nice person, with the man with the physique or with the money, or what kind of a man?
When it comes to a guy, it's more of a thing where I need them to be a good person. Like I go by how you treat your people around you. Because if you treat them well, I know you will treat me well back. I don't go by certain height, like you have to be this tall to ride.
You're a tall guy, short guy, choppy guy.
I like people that are in sports because my family is in sport a lot. Like my brother plays basketball, my uncle is a football player. I used to do professional dancing for 10 years.
Tell us about your dancing.
Yeah, so I did standard and Latin American sports dancing because I was in competitive dancing. So you have a dance partner, all of the nice long dresses type of thing. But I did that for around 10 years, and I was in representation of Serbia. We went to a lot of European championships. My dance partner and I were actually 5 times European champions.
Oh.
So because of that, I would say that I would prefer someone that is still in motion. So in some type of sports, I am not picky whether it's basketball, football, whatever. But as long as you're active, as long as you have things to do, that you're not just bored. I like people that are ambitious, because
with a passion.
Yeah, because I am ambitious myself, and want great things for myself in life. I want to be great first as a person, then everything else. So
Would you like the money push you every day to say, hey, you need to do this to be a better person? Or
I wouldn't say it like that. I would say more of us being so compatible that me doing things is pushing you to do things. So like when I see you, how you're moving, how you're progressing, it will make me want to progress. It will inspire me. So it's more of like a motivation, inspiration type of thing between the two of us, where I'm pushing you and you're pushing me, but not like, oh, you have to do that, or you have to do this, or you have to go to the gym or whatever. No, it's more of like, oh, you're going to the gym, okay, let's go together, like, or I'm doing this, and in your sphere you're like, oh, she's working hard, let me work harder, because that's just gonna push each other, like simultaneously. Because that's the same thing with my parents. They were like, they were starting at different points, but as my dad would progress, my mom would see that and she'll be like, I'm pushing harder. And so they were going that way. They were helping each other, they were pushing each other. Like it was a beautiful thing to like look at as I was growing up, because that's one thing that I would say not inspires, but that shaped how I personally perceive things in relationships and how people should be in it, So that's my point, at least. When it comes to making money, I can't say anything, because at this point in my life, I'm not making any money. Like, I am working for my dad's company, because the way we keep the money in the family. So if there is a job opening that I can fill, then I will work so that the money stays in the family, But besides that, I'm not working in Ireland. I'm not working independently. So when it comes to money, at the end of the day, it's also not mine. It's yours. We're not married, but like if we're dating, it's yours, and it has nothing to do with me. Like even if we were to get married, let's say, it's still your money, and both of us are contributing together to the household.
That's a very good point. You say that.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's
like
the
not
same
any
with my
girl can
parents.
take like you.
No, but it's the same thing with my parents. Like my mom and dad have separate bank accounts, but they both contribute to the household. They both buy things. They both do stuff. So it's like they are working together, but they have their own separate things for not just work, but for their own personal spendings, so they don't control each other financially or anything. It's
if your man, you're working so hard and then he pay all the bills, and then he asks you just delete your Instagram, would you do that?
If my man what?
If he pay for all the bills and then he really loves you and you love him, okay.
So I'm supposed to be a housewife?
Kind of, yeah, because obviously you're gonna work with him, because he's the man outside, you're the man you'll be inside the person,
Okay.
You like, for behind every man be successful, it's a woman, because he's working outside, and then you take care of the house, the children. And then you going out with your friends, would you ask him, say I'm going out tonight, or you just pack it up, say I'm going?
Firstly, I would never just come and say, oh, I'm going. That's not the way I am. But it's also not a case of, oh, can I go out tonight, please? Like, I would not come and ask for the permission like that, I'll be like, oh, hey, my friends want to go out tonight. Like, what's your stance on that? Like,
If he say no,
then I would just stay in.
Very nice.
We can watch a movie. Like, to me, partying and all of that is not like, oh, I have to go out or this or that. To me, it's more like, oh, I have friends, I want to catch up with them, but let's go for dinner, let's go for coffee, or you guys come to mine, let's all come to my house and we can all have snacks and coffee and food. I can cook, like, I'll make us lunch or dinner or whatever, so we can, catch up. I think that's also more intimate, in a sense where I can talk to my friends about everything and anything. I don't have to think, oh, who's close to me, who is, around me, who can hear what we're talking about. Because sometimes we're just going to talk about stupid things and joke. And a lot of people nowadays, I've realized, don't know how to take a joke. So yeah,
If you're fighting with your other half, your partner, if you pick 3 people, who's going to be?
How? In what sense do you
Sense
mean?
like if you're
I
fighting
pick
with your,
people.
if you're fighting with your husband, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously you need to go help people. Who's going to be the 3 people from outside your relationship?
The thing with me is that if I'm in a relationship and there is a problem, I don't like to go outside and to take our, as you call it, dirty laundry or problems out. Because I would prefer that to be between you and I. But if it's something like, oh, I need an advice, I don't know what to do sincerely, I might go to my brother because I'm very close to him. My mom is usually a person that I go a lot to when I have a problem or when I'm not sure what to do, or when I just need to rant about something. It's like my parents are always there. It's ma and pa. But outside of the family, I would say I have one very close friend that I talk to about like all of that. When I fight with friends, when there is something happening, that it's like, it's not important to the extent, oh, I need to go to mom and dad to ask for an advice because I'm not sure what to do. It's more like, oh, I want to talk to my friend about it to see what their stance is, because, it's a friend, it's someone close, it's someone that I trust about a certain thing. So if I face any trouble, like the way you say is really good, but if I face the trouble as a man, like in a lifestyle, once I'm going to my niece, the one she's solicitor, her name is Ghazal. She's a tough woman, very tough woman, and one is my very good friend of mine. He live in Manchester. Okay.
Kind of these 2 people. The reason I go to these 2 people, they never pick on my side, never.
Oh yeah.
They always against me. His name is Francis, the one who's living in Manchester.
Okay.
He always against me. Even if I'm wrong, I'm right or wrong, he pick another side. And my niece Ghazal, I went to recently some trouble. Like when I talked to her, she always pick another side. I think kind of this people is the base you can have on your life to give you the right advice. They're not going to say, oh, you're right with this every single thing, with this category. But my niece and my friend in Manchester, they always listen first, fully story. I never see any of these 2 to be on my side. They always against me.
But the way I see it is, because everyone is a bit subjective, let's be honest. Like, even if I was to tell a story about something that happened to me, I will probably turn it a little bit in my favor. And it's the same thing with the other side, because we're all subjective about the thing that's happening to us. It's our own experience. And as objective as I try to be, I sincerely cannot be always objective, because sometimes it's like a matter of feelings. So it's like, if my feelings are hurt,
You're gonna hurt the man so hard.
I'm gonna bitch about it. But with friends, I think it's also important for them to know, like, whoever you're asking the advice to, it's important for them to hear and know the other side. So when it comes to my friends, I have, like, my close friend, she will listen to my side, but then I will make sure she listens to the other side as well. Because I don't like to be, like, I know that I'm not always right. And when I'm in the wrong, when I do something stupid, when I make a mistake, I will gladly come back and say, I'm sorry, I did this, this, and this. I understand how it made you feel or made you look or whatever, and I'm not gonna do it again, Because I'm not just gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, because that's so empty. That's just you saying sorry because you either got caught or to just like make everything right. But with me, it's like I process things and I come and say sorry when I sincerely understand what I did wrong, and when I'm sincerely sorry.
That's very nice. That's really, really good, advice that people can say, face to face, whatever it is, you make apologize and fix it and pass it on. I think that's the only one way you can take it over.
I'm not a person that likes to fight. I don't like conflict.
You're a tough one.
But
when I look at you like I'm Jay.
But I don't like it. It's like, sure, I will bring up like arguments. I will definitely have my opening and closing statement. But it's a thing where I prefer peace, especially when it comes to my private personal life. I like it peaceful. I like when everything is, calm, when there is no storms or shit. Of course, there will be storms in life, and not everything can be ideal or perfect.
I don't like peace at all. I'm not a peace man at all.
I don't want peace.
No.
I want problems, always.
I'm quite of this person. I never have peace in my life.
I can see that.
I never have peace in my life. But something, like, I like to be in trouble.
Why?
But the problem is when I come out, it's the hardest part. Since I'm a young age, I'm always been in trouble. Why
do you like trouble?
I don't know. It's my genetic.
Oh my God.
It's in my blood. I never been in peace. Like a friend of mine, his name is Mark. Okay. Mm-hmm. He was texting like half an hour ago.
Oh. Wow.
And then anytime I'm so upset, I rang him, and he said, "Okay, listen." What's wrong? Like, since I remember you never been in peace. Let's calm down. Let's catch up, and then we're gonna fix it later on.
No. Okay.
And he never say anything, because if he says something, I'll go against him. I never have peace in my life.
You really don't like peace. You're against peace.
No. There's no peace in my life. There's no forgive in my life.
You don't forgive?
No.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I never forgive anybody.
Why?
I don't know. Why are you gonna do something and then you ask for forgive? I never forgive anybody. When
that's
the right,
a tough one.
Yeah, when the right time come up, I'll deal with it. But not on that moment, not on a second. You come up to me, ask forgive, and that's not gonna happen. I wait the right time come up. In my term, everything's gonna be my way, and then I think about it. I should forgive or not, but I never forgive anyone. There's nothing in my eyeball you can see.
I mean, you don't have to forgive and you don't have to forget. Everyone has their own way about it. But the thing with me personally is that I forgive people for what they did, not because of them. I forgive them for myself. Because I don't like to hold grudges and anything that will keep pulling me back and down.
No, I don't keep it in my mind as a prisoner. No, because it's going to cost me fucking money. I have to feed them. I have to take care of them. No. I let it go. When the right time come, I deal with them, like one by one. One by one, I deal with them. Right? I think the boy is going to be. They say it's going to be end of the show. Would you like to share anything? We want to say something. Anything you want. Anything you want, you can say it. I think that's your camera.
Yeah. Try and just be nice to people around yourself. Try and be more understanding. Because at the end of the day, you never know what someone is going through. And be there for your close people. Love them. And yeah. Let's just share love, positivity.
A little love.
But yeah.
But Nadja, thanks for coming in.
Of course.
Appreciate it.
It was lovely.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you for inviting me.
Oh,
it was lovely.
Anytime we will have a second episode. I better know you now.
Let's
knows you now, and then we talk about no more politics. We go straight a bit more excited.
Sure.
And
let's do it.
Stay tuned, guys.